kids in New Mexico compound. Okay, so this Friday, August the 3rd of 2018, this is the photo is released right here. It looks like, when you look at this picture here, it looks like you're looking at maybe somebody's garage, you know, like a storage place, somewhere where they put, you know, whatever. And so this is now some of the wording here might be a little bit complicated for me. So I'm just going to jump down here because the other wording is really, really small. So it says that the children were ranging from ages 1 to 15. They were removed from the compound and then turned over to the state welfare workers. So I believe it's Taos County Sheriff Jerry Hagafrey or Hogreffrey in Taos, New Mexico. So I guess it's Taos County Sheriff Office. So excuse me for pronouncing the name wrong. So Taos, New Mexico. All right. So a message that the people were starving. These children were starving, and they're believed to come from someone inside of a makeshift compound in rural northern New Mexico. And it led to a discovery of 11 children living in real filthy conditions. So Taos officials said that Saturday that the children ranged from 1 to 8 to 15. They removed them from the compound in a small community of Amalia, 145 miles, so 233 kilometers northeast of Albuquerque, and in the isolated high desert area near the New Mexico-Colorado border. So they were then turned over to the state child welfare workers. And so 2 men were arrested during the search. Siraji Wahe, so I may not be pronouncing that correct. He was detained on an outstanding warrant in Georgia alleging child abduction. So Lucas Morton, which that name is a little easier to pronounce, was jailed on suspicion of harboring fugitive, harboring fugitive. Sheriff Jerry Hogreffy said this. Okay, so it was not immediately clear on Sunday if either had retained an attorney. Okay, so this 3-year-old boy, he was reported missing. So they were ultimately they were trying to look for a little boy in missing from Georgia, Clayton County since December 2017. So that's quite a while. So it was not among he wasn't among these 11 children that was found at the compound. So 3 women believed to be the mothers of the children were detained and later released. The children are in our custody, and our #1 priority right now is their health and safety. New Mexico Children's Youth and Family Department Services Secretary Monique Jacobson said this in a statement. So we will continue to work closely with law enforcement on the investigation. So the search at the compound just a few miles from Colorado border came amid a 2-month investigation in collaboration with Clayton County authorities and the FBI, according to Hogreffrey. So I may be pronouncing that name a little wrong, but just bear with me. So he said that the FBI agents had surveilled the area a few weeks ago, but they didn't find probable cause to search the property. That bothers me. When these places do this, they know some child abuse is going on, something strange is going on, but they don't have a probable cause to search the property. So they have to somehow get some kind of cause to search. And their cause was looking for another kid, and then they stumbled upon these 11 children. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Let's say they weren't even going to look for that 3-year-old. They wouldn't have never knew those 11 kids were there. They would have still been living under those conditions. That's what this says to me. So that changed when Georgia detectives forwarded a message to Hogrephi's office that initially had been sent to a third party saying that we are starving and we need food and water. So I guess maybe somebody was trying to reach out for some help because they got away with trying to get on a phone or something, trying to get some help. So the sheriff said that there was a reason to believe that the message came from someone inside the compound, which it probably did. Somebody probably snuck and found somebody's cell phone or found some kind of way to message people to get some help so they can get out of there. So I absolutely knew that we couldn't wait on another agency to step up, which they won't. So that's the sad part about it. And so it said that we had to go and check this out as soon as possible. So Hogrephi, he said this. And so the authorities found that Hogrephi called this the saddest conditions of poverty he has ever seen in 30 years on the job. So it must have been really, really bad. So other than a few potatoes and a box of rice, there was little food in the compound, which Hogrephi, he said, consisted of a small travel trailer, and it was buried in the ground and covered by plastic with no water and plumbing and electricity. Can you believe that? And so Hogrephi, he said that the adults and the children were without shoes, and they wore basically dirty rags for clothing and looked like third world country refugees. That's sad. This kind of stuff is happening in the United States here, you know, and it's part of it. I would consider it being part of it. You know, nobody should be looking like that in a place like that. But the group appeared to be living in a compound for a few months, but the sheriff said it remains unclear how and why they ended up in that place to begin with in New Mexico. So it was in New Mexico, but still New Mexico, you know, they have places to live, you know, food and sheltering and things like that. Nobody should look like that. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, this was really, really sad. So this is pretty much how it was looking. Really beat up. You wouldn't think somebody was living around in that, but they were. And so this is the article right here. So I'm going to switch over eventually. Like I said, this is sort of like a test run, but this is a sad article, and it's coming out of the Associated Press. It was 5 hours ago, so it's just out, and really, really sad. So you never know what's going on nowadays. You know, can you imagine living in conditions like this? This is awful. This is a terrible, terrible situation. So I'm going to let this video go, and I'm just going to do a little experiment here. And until the next video, thanks for listening.